as the weather warms up, so does the demand for electricity.
That's right.
Yeah, new report, I should say, shows supply, though, may not be able to meet demand, and that could lead to blackouts.
We want to bring in 4029's Robert, sir. He's joining us now with more in tonight's Forecasting Our Future. Hi, Robert.
Hi, Paige. Good evening to you. Now, the Mid-Continent System Operator, or MISO, which transmits power to about 15 Midwestern states, including a good portion of Arkansas, says they are preparing for a, quote, possible worst-case scenario this summer because there's a chance that there's just not enough electricity to go around.
We're entering the peak time of the year for energy consumption, summer. And you're not the only one sweating from the heat. Your electric provider is also sweating. NOAA's Climate Prediction Center is calling for above-average summer temperatures, and a sobering report from the North American Electric Reliability Corporation, a nonprofit group that monitors grid stability, says peak electric demand this summer could outpace output from providers, meaning blackouts are possible for large parts of the country west of the Mississippi. You can see parts of Arkansas in the high-risk area highlighted by the corporation.
Where there's an elevated risk under these extreme conditions, we believe that there's a pretty significant challenge to be able to meet that electricity demand. In a high-risk area, even under normal conditions, a normal summer day or normal summer heat, the system is stressed, and we are concerned that they would not be able to meet the demand requirements.
The report shows a potential perfect storm that could lead to blackouts. Climate change is the leading factor, as well as coal plants that can't keep up, the western drought impacting output from hydroelectric dams, inefficient solar plants, and damaged key transmission lines. Thankfully, here in northwest Arkansas and the River Valley, things are a little better. Officials tell me it would take a series of events nearly simultaneously to cause blackouts here, but Arkansas Electric is ready.
We do have plans to curtail usage. And the final aspect of that would be calling on consumers to reduce or conserve power. The final approach to anything like that would be what's known as a rolling brownout or a rolling blackout or whatever. But that is an absolutely worst case scenario.
Mora adds, while the American electric grid is one of the best in the world, it would take something like the creation of the interstate highway system in the 1950s to get the grid to the point where excess demand was no longer an issue.
Now, guys, a couple of things that are important to note here. One is that a very similar report or prognosis was put out by this group last year, and for the most part, the nation got through unscathed. The lone exception was in the Pacific Northwest around this time last year, as we got into June, where they had that historic heat wave. In that part of the country, they did need to issue blackouts because the demand for electricity, just to keep everybody cool, was just so great. We'll just have to wait and see what happens this summer season.
So, of course,
Greetings, friends. Welcome to today's reading. Now, today's reading is going to be on the supposed EMP grid knockout blackouts. Now, according to Truth or Communities, these are supposed to happen this summer. And this is supposed to happen to leave us at our worst and another step towards being completely dependent on our governments and or Illuminati, however you want to address it. Now, I will say that I do believe that a blackout is coming. I'm not sure when, but this summer sounds feasible because that's when it would affect you the most, because in the wintertime, it's not going to be that bad, but as far as temperature and heat and all that stuff, you're talking about in the summertime, some places reaching 110 degrees, no water. And Google, if you don't know, what extreme thirst it does to a person. It drives you absolutely crazy. So, all right. And I do want to say also that the new album from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, their first song being Black Summer, I don't see that as a coincidence either, because remember, on this channel, we don't believe in coincidences. So we're going to put the Hoax or Cloaked test to this, and we're going to see what the truth of the matter is. Here we go. Okay, let's see the truth in this blackout for the summer, if it's true that they're planning it for this summer. Okay. how this is going to be harmful to us or helpful to us. Which one? How to change this or alter it. What cannot be changed that we must accept. The outcome. And last words. All right. Okay. Our first card is going to be the Truth. And that's going to be the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is anything that benefits large numbers of people. It's telling you that you need to take special care of your body and your finances. And it's telling you to approach issues in a sensible and practical manner for success. So it looks to me like, yes, this is something that has been planned. And yes, this is something that's quite possibly going to happen. Now, for how long, I'm not sure. I've heard 7 days, 14 days, 3 months, who knows. But it is a temporary situation. Now, the next one is going to be whether this is harmful or helpful to us. That's going to be the Justice Reverse card. That's a card that indicates injustice, as in the reverse position. It's being treated unfairly, being affected by the choices or actions of someone else, being victimized. But it's telling you that you must maintain your balance, because balance is in approaching issues, back to this one, approaching issues in a sensible and practical manner. This is also a card of dishonesty, showing that your life is at a balance. So this is going to be something that is not going to be for the greater good, unfortunately, which, looking at the circumstances, you can see why. Something that can be changed, that's going to be Page of Cups reversed. Page of Cups reversed is a bad news card, a bearer of bad news that brings frustration. It indicates a descent into instability. This instability that's causing obsession, envy, and vindictiveness, and it also represents vulnerability. So those are things that we can control. When a situation comes down, that's what we can control. Now, what we cannot change is going to be the Tower. That's a catastrophic event, things happening quickly and at a lightning pace. So we're not going to be able to thwart or change the fact that the EMP blackout is coming. It's just something we're going to have to accept and get through the best that we can. Now, the outcome is going to be the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands represents conflicts, fighting, struggle, oppositions, battles, aggression. It's a lack of control, chaos, and being defensive and territorial. Those are all the things that's going to befall the human race without this water and stuff. And I guess it would be too easy to see exactly how this is going to play out. Now, for the last words, that is going to be Strength reversed. That indicates not tapping into your inner strength. It's letting fear or an anxiety rule over you, being your forefront. It's telling you to summon your inner strength to pull you out of the situation and to focus on the positive. So this being a temporary situation, if you tap into your inner strength, approach issues in a sensible and practical manner, don't let fear and anxiety rule and overcome, then that's the best way to get through the situation. Because it is coming. Towers tells us it's coming and it cannot be changed. So I guess it looks like that we need to go back to learning how to live off the land ourselves. I do get a water supply. Now, learn the plants that's in your region or your area, what they're used for, medicinal purposes or whatever. Learning how to hunt, fish, and trap again. Learning how to live off yourself without all these spoiled things that we've been given, such as, just going to a fast food joint or turning on a tap and it being water. It's going to go back to primitive times. So life skills and survival skills is going to be something that needs to be brushed up on if you want to survive through that. Wow. Well, I for one am not looking forward to this because I don't know how to hunt, fish, and trap. I don't know how to find my own water supply. But it looks like that's something I'm going to have to learn how to do in order to survive, because I'm not going to be caught with my pants down, and there's no way for you to, well, there probably is if you've got the money to blow to stack up on water and stuff, but being practical, it's going to have to go back to living off the land. So, there it is, folks. I want to thank you so much for joining me today for this reading and getting a little bit of truth. So this is not a hoax, and this is definitely cloaked from your governments. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye now.